Now, as I've stated many times before, I hate politics. I have never voted, never thought about voting. I care about people giving me their I voted sticker more than I care about voting. I'd rather gamble on who the next president would be than put the little to no effort there is into voting. And you know why? Because of this guy right here. Oh wait, I'm not, no green screen I'm not on TikTok. This guy right here. But it wasn't until recently, and I mean him having the first ever standing stroke recently, that I even knew who or what this literal bag of bones did. If you put bones in like a grocery bag and start jangling them around, that's how his bone structure is. Fucked. And what's crazy is that it's not even his bones that are failing him. It's something more important. His brain. Trust me, if he was still able to use a Stephen Hawking machine, he'd be in Senate till he was 150. He won't even have to be fully functional. As long as he can get out what looks to be even the slightest resemblance of a word, his assistant will come along and let him know where he actually is. And apparently he's one of the most powerful people in the government. How the fuck do we let that happen? I'm not even into politics, and I want to know how that is possible. This guy. The guy who makes Professor Farnsworth look young is the guy who we've allowed to essentially be second in command to run our great nation of Islam. No country, no matter where you are in the world, I don't even care if you're North Korea, should have someone that high ranking be that fucking old. And if we do let them get to that age, which we already have, they need weekly checkups. And I'm not just talking about like, hey, are you guys alive? I'm talking about like mental fucking training exercises, and if they perform satisfactory enough, we let them keep their job. And you might think that's going too far, but this is our nation at stake. Obviously this wouldn't happen, but imagine if someone's like, hey yo Mitch, can we fire a nuke at China? Just say anything and we won't. Just one word, anything, like even a sound. Hello? Launch it. Meanwhile, this is Mitch on the other line. Hey yo Mitch, can we fire a nuke at China? Just say anything and we won't. Just one word, anything, like even a sound. And you guys want to know what's the best part? Doctors say it might happen again. It's bound to happen again. Not even it might. It's just they're planning on it happening again. At what point do we just make him quit? Because he's gonna die on camera. If you guys keep making him do these public appearances, he's gonna fall dead on live TV. And trust me, now more than ever is he gonna get made fun of. When the Queen died, we went crazy because of how old she was. Now imagine if it's one of our own. Like how much of his life is him doing things on his own versus having help? Because if it's more than a 60-40 split, he needs to get the fuck out of there. I'm surprised the people under him haven't tried to force him out. I would have literally become the most corrupt politician if it meant getting Mitch out of office. They would have brought me up on stage and they had like transcripts and they would have been like, what is this? We see that you had contact with ISIS to help you with Mitch? And I would have been like, yeah, help meant kill. And doctors say it wasn't even a stroke because he was able to walk away. This man's system is shutting down right before our eyes, and instead of getting him out of there, we're just making videos on him. And trust me, if I could do something about it, I would. Just so y'all wouldn't have to worry about our great nation of Islam. Either that, or we get the kid from King of the Hill to say dusty old bones full of green dust to him until he gets annoyed and quits.
Dusty old bones full of green dust. 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 Dusty old bones full of green dust.